Thanks, Governor. Members of your party brought forward a bill earlier this year that they say would have given parents more oversight of their children at school. Critics say it could have potentially outed students who are members of the LGBT community and also compromise other students' safety. So the so-called Parental Bill of Rights was essentially dead on arrival after you promised to veto it when the Attorney General's office raised concerns the bill could have violated the state's non-discrimination law. So, Governor, is there a different version of this bill you would sign, and what provisions would it need to contain?
Look, I think what the Attorney General said was, look, we believe in the Parental Bill of Rights. We believe in that concept of making sure parents have transparency of information. And it isn't just the government say so, it's that communication. That's one of the beauties of our system, local control, working with your teacher one-on-one, parent to teacher within the system with what's best for the child. Now, the Attorney General stood up and said, this bill won't work. You know, for legal reasons, it won't work. You got to go back and redesign it. And the legislature refused to do that. So there are opportunities, I think, to bring that bill forward and fix it. The legislature chose not to do it. I went against my party. I vetoed it. I took a lot of heat for it. But there's no doubt it was the right thing to do. And if there's a way to go back and do that type of bill again, you got to always preserve the concept. I love the concept of one trusted adult. Brooklyn, a friend who has really championed this, not just here in New Hampshire, but across the country. This idea that sometimes that one trusted adult could be a coach or a teacher or whatever it is. You got to allow those discussions to happen and make sure that the health and safety of that child is absolutely preserved. But make sure that in extreme instances where the health and safety of the child may be at risk, of course you got to bring the parents in at that point and make sure there's that transparency of communication.
And Dr. Sherman, clearly some parents in the state think this is an important issue. So what will you do to ensure that parents have a say in their students' education?
Well, I think this is one of the few areas where the governor and I actually agree. We agree that there should be a strong bond between the parent, where the parents actually have a role in the interaction with the teachers and their the student, and that they actually know what's going on as much as possible. But that trusted adult may make it more at risk, and that if that trusted adult has to disclose to the parent, that could be problematic. That's what the governor is saying, and I agree that it has to be done on an individual and local basis.